That blew my mind. Yeah. What blew my mind? I'm furious with myself. I'm so mad with myself. I wanted to make it a point for today's podcast. I wanted to lead off with this as a point that we are not paying enough attention to this. Nobody cares. We all but confirmed aliens now.
Oh, really?
Like, we did these objects are unidentified flying objects, meaning we don't know like what they are. Now the report from the New York Times is that we have confirmed they have in possession some materials from these things. Like, that means they had a crash landing or something that they have looked at, and they have said these were not made on planet Earth. That's fucking aliens. I mean, so there's either two things. There's either like that report's not true and like they're, mixing words here, or it's a lie, or there's aliens. Those are the only two options. If you tell me this is material and products from another, it said materials not of this world.
That's so awesome. That's so dangerous. I'd be so nervous if I was studying that. I'd be like,
oh shit.
Like, this isn't.
I'm like, what does that mean? Like they look at it like with a fucking microscope and they're like, this is your Utonium. This doesn't even exist. Like something like that. Or is it just like, I don't know what that means, but the New York Times. So Marco Rubio, by the way, is like the gatekeeper of aliens. He heads up like a UFO task force in America right now. Because he was recently saying, I hope that these UFOs are from another planet. Because that means, if that's not the case, that means that Russia or China have jumped ahead of us technologically, like light years. So I get that. I'm like, I'd rather it be an alien and either, hey, they're friendly, or if they come to kill us, we're fucked. Versus like, we just let Russia get ahead of us in this shit. That's a bad sign. So Marco Rubio, though, is the one talking about it. And he's saying that this is a matter of like national defense that the public deserves to know about. I'm kind of like, as much as I love this shit and I want to know all the facts, you shouldn't be telling me this. And I can't believe, I guess what's about to happen is there's about to be a report released with like all this information. So this is just like the precursor, and that there's going to be some sort of document that's coming out that's from this UFO task force that was set up in like 2007 or some shit. There's a dude from Nevada, Harry Reid, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He said, his words got taken out of context a little bit. He was saying something like, the quote was like, we have materials that we've studied. And he's like, no, I never said that. I never said that we have anything. So there's a chance that maybe this got misconstrued a little bit. But there is like important astrologists, astrophysicists who are like weighing in, who said, Eric Woods, I think is his name, was like, this is materials not of this world. And nobody said anything about it. Because I think what happened is, I think people always heard the UFO thing, and then every time they read the article, they were like, oh, they just mean they don't know what it was. They're not saying it's aliens. But so when I first saw that headline, I was like, this is just, again, it's unidentified. They don't know where it comes from, which is scary in its own right. But then I took it a step further, saying that they studied materials, which A, means they have them in their possession, right? Logically. And B, they've determined it's from another fucking planet. That's about as short of like, here's a fucking alien. Short of that, I don't think you're going to get any more blunt. And I wonder, I'm like, why are you telling us this? Like, why? That also always scares me. It's like, well, if you're telling us this, that means that there's a ton more that you're not telling. If you're willing to give up that little nugget, then what are you hiding? And the wildest shit is all these articles I read, all of them, to a man, mention Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
Really?
So those videos that we've been seeing for like 3 years now, that they just recently said, yeah, we're confirming those are real. Tom DeLonge was the source. Like, Tom DeLonge was the first one to put those out.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, you knew he was like a UFO nut, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But he was the one who had like got those videos, and he was the one who like distributed them publicly. So every article is like UFO enthusiast and like former band member of Blink-182, Tom DeLonge, da-da-da-da-da-da. But I guess that was the first time the Pentagon ever kind of confirmed anything. And now they're taking it a step further, saying that they've like studied something. And I'm just,
if there were confirmation, does that like destroy religion?
I think it should. But I bet, just like anything else, like the spin zone here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, we can tell you, like, look, here's the facts about masks, and you're just like, nah. So I think that, or you just move the goalposts and you say, God invented that too, you know?
Yeah. And also, God, like we said, God created the earth, not the universe.
Right. Yeah. He's just one of many. Who knows? But yeah, I'm sure it should. I think if like an alien life form shows up and does something, like interacts, I think that would be a lot harder to to spin for the religious folks.
Yeah.
But we're getting there, man. We're getting there. That's gonna be a fucking day. Old takes exposed like a motherfucker. But yeah, aliens are out there. Nobody cares. People are just talking about baseball and Taylor Swift. This is nuts.